up, and I'd rather like him back.
It doesn't give me much to work with. What's in it for me?
My mother is getting on sick, and I would like to seek my own dream fortune, beyond the forest of shadow. I often thought I would be...
Listen, okay, I've heard those forests were haunted. I am not a fan of haunted forests, alright? I lived in a haunted castle once, didn't like that either. All those ghosts rattling their chains and moaning all the time.
That may have been the prisoners.
Prisoners, ghosts, they're all the same in the end. Alright, peasant, I shall grant you a wish.
Oh, thank you, sire. I expect people will call you an evil prince.
Evil? I never. I'm much too good of an accountant. You wish to travel? You wish to find your father? Simple solution. I'm sending you on a one-way trip to the continent to find your father and send him home.
How will I find him?
That sounds like a you problem. So, I'm going to pick you, not another one. Wait, hold on. Have I seen you before?
Yes, it is a Tuesday, and as per my regular schedule, I am here to present this petition.
Alright then, get it on with.
We the people declare the monarchy shall be forthwith overthrown, and the people shall revolt and form a communist alliance for the people, by the people.
Yeah. Except you keep forgetting that I am the monarchy and the needs of the little people are so on my agenda.
Yes. Very well then, sir. Shall I just go pop up and socks for the usual time frame?
Yes, of course. And I assume you'll be back on Monday to protest religious freedoms?
Yes, sire. Shall do. See you next month.
Is it me or are all these peasants getting so uppity these days? Denise! We're finished with the simple stuff. What is next on the agenda?
Right. First we have a peasant hunt. Pheasant hunt. Out by the lake. And then there's tea with the lords and ladies.
And excellent. What is before then?
The king, sire.
The king! My brother Richard is a complete bore and is off fighting in some pointless war.
He was off fighting a pointless war. He's now back and in the drawing room.
I think I'll just wait over here. He doesn't particularly like me.
I don't think he likes me either.
Johnny! How is my little brother? Still not hanging around that sniveling little sheriff?
Hey, I'm right here.
Oh, shush. No one was talking to you. Johnny, I have something important to say.
Yes, Richard, Your Majesty. Never used to say that.
Right. The Crusades have been going worse than planned. The troops need rallying.
Excellent! And I think you're the perfect person to rally them. Denise, Richard here is in a hurry to get out of this castle and back to his busy war.
Not exactly. I need help.
Even better, I'll take over the throne while you're gone, and I'll pack your bags and everything.
John, stop. You're gathering your things and heading with me to London.
But what if I don't want to?
I didn't phrase this as a question. Denise! Bring Johnny's bags.
Right away, sire.
And you sniveling waste of space of sheriff.
Yes, my lord.
Take care of this while we're gone.
More than happily.
And gather taxes while we're gone. You are in charge of financing this war.
Well, Denise, I think we have work to do.
Indeed we do, sir. So, what would you like first?
I think we shall have a celebratory cup of tea and then tax the poor this afternoon.
Perfect. I'll pop that in the agenda. Tea and taxes. Lovely. I'll pop these along.
I'm pregnant. Due any day now. Oh, congratulations. Wait. You're far too young to be pregnant. And I saw you shooting. What? You presume that women can't shoot? Let alone shoot whilst pregnant? No, that's not what I mean. What I meant is you're far too young. Hand over those rabbits.
These rabbits?
Yes. You're under arrest for poaching on the king's land.
That's not fair. I was just trying to feed the kids at home.
But know this, you have no children. You don't know about my home, sir. There'll be the stocks for you.
Excuse me, did you say this boy was going to the stocks when he has kids at home to feed?
Not you two. He's a tiny outlaw.
Hey, who are you calling tiny?
You were the one stealing the king's rabbits.
That would only be a crime if they were in fact the king's rabbits. But I have you know, this is my land, that is my tree, those are my audience members, and that is my rabbit. The other one also. I remember them both.
But that would mean you are. But he's away in a place that shouldn't be mentioned.
Ah yes, learn the errors of my ways, and now I shall teach you the errors of your ways.
Don't do it, Robin! I have the high ground!
You underestimate my power.
I can see!
Oh, why? You must hit him.
Don't you know who this is?
Look, I'm just a poor pregnant lad who...
Not this again! No! This is Robin Hood! Why, he's the greatest sharpshooter of all the land! Why, he can strike any target with the greatest of ease!
Oh.
Anyway, excuse me, sir, will I run a screen?
Of course, feel free to suit yourself.
Thank you. Ah! The sheriff of Nottingham will hear about this! About you, Robin Hood! How you've bested the government! I'll be back!
Now boy, I hope you've learned your lesson about poaching from other people's lands.
Well, if that lesson was just do it, then I got it loud and clear.
Well, I just wanted to retire to my castle and just relax for a wee while to get in touch with my emotions and make a mood board redesigning the living room.
Well, I'm not sure you understand the situation here. We have very high gas prices, high inflation, ACC levels are up, and the taxes. Sheriff's taxing us. The bloody taxes!
Things are sounding dire.
Yeah, and your castle burned down about a year ago. So technically, you're one of the homeless like us.
Ah, homeless. With just my vast estate to fall back on. Whatever shall I do?
Well, should be getting back to my mum. She'll be waiting for me. But I wish you all the best, Mr. Hood.
Well, I wondered why I couldn't see the old castle from here. Put it down to childhood memory making things seem so much larger than they are in real life. This seems to be everything I own in the world. Thank goodness I packed before those dastardly crusades. I wonder what happened to everyone who was living here when I left. Well, my good friend and cousin Will Scarlet, I'm so glad to see you.
Robin, is that you?
Indeed, I fear I will never see any of my family again.
You were the one who had to go off and fight in some war that served no function whatsoever other than to stroke the ego of the king.
Yes, well, I'm sorry about that. I learned the error of my ways.
Robin, some of us can do that without killing them.
Now, calm your salts, Will. Some of us managed to get captured on day one.
Well, at least you're back, and we can get back to rebuilding the castle. And we can be members of the land-owning elite.
What have we here? Is that young Robin Hood back from the Crusades?
Indeed, sire, I'd like to start rebuilding my castle as soon as possible.
About that? Nope.
Excuse me, why not?
To start with, there is lack of building consent in the first place. Then there is a matter of your overdue taxes.
What overdue taxes?
According to my accountant, you haven't paid any taxes for over 5
taxing a man whose castle burned down.
He does make a good point, Sire.
Right. I hereby seize all the leftover land and robber from the castle and declare you banished. Banished from the kingdom.
Pardon? Did you say banished?
Banished! Out! Get out of my kingdom! I mean, the king's kingdom. Be gone!
Well, I guess we don't have to worry about the fact that neither of us actually have any construction skills.
So, we are banished. Whatever shall we do?
I've heard that many are making their way south.
Make their fortunes in London.
Probably for the weather, to be honest. But that seems a good reason to me.
So, south we shall go. I would say we go down the main road, but given that passage right by the sheriff's castle, I may be thinking we should go through Sherwood Forest.
That is a dark and scary place. I've heard that it's haunted.
We'll be perfectly fine. Just project confidence. The forest shore is pretty around here.
Why, thank you. We do keep our leaves shiny and green.
Who said that?
Just me, leader of the tree people.
Tree people.
Tree people. People who are trees.
Do know it doesn't make you people. You know that, right?
So told me every time you try and commune with nature. Listen,
Trust me, one day we'll manage to find someone who listens.
given the number of people moving in, that has to be real.
What brings you to my leafy home?
Just like everyone else, moving to the forest because their castle burned down.
Not everyone lives as a castle, mate.
Just let us through, will you?
All the same. All people are the same.
It was worth a shot, though.
I'm no longer ever so sure I like this forest.
Yes, but it is certainly very peaceful and quiet. I'm tempted just to take a wee nap on this here log.
But Will, this is no sitting log. This is a log for crossing the stream.
What stream? But it's the middle of summer, and we're in watering restrictions!
What are we here, lads? A pair of upper crust tops on a jaunt into the forest?
You have to be kidding me. We've been through this.
Sorry, lads and ladies.
We do need to work on your gentleman, Little John.
Little John. That is insulting.
No, when she says it. Anyway, you lot want to stand there and deliver.
I'm afraid to report us on the run. The sheriff seized our land because my castle burned down. I dare say we don't be rocking the likes of you.
I'm not sure that was a compliment, was it?
Of course it wasn't. He thinks he's faced the tyranny of the press, that he knows our plight.
Settle down, we're getting into a political discussion. This is a stick discussion. You lot want to pass, I want dinner.
Do know who I am.
Now you're in my way, you are. There we have it. Best stick fighter in the land. Someone, lads, help me up. I think I put out my back.
Begin with the lads.
I'm serious, Celia. That was not the time.
I'm terribly sorry. I can't pay your log tax. I can't even pay my own taxes. Right now, we are outlaws. Perhaps we should be holding you up.
Hey, that's not how that works.
Robert, we really should get going if we're gonna find a place to rest before dark.
Wait. I know him. Yeah, he's Robin Hood. He saved me earlier on. He's the defender of the little guy. Oh, sorry. Don't mean defender of the poor.
Do we have to be called poor all the time? We're living in trees. What would you call it?
Hey, I always thought of it as just living in little micro homes.
I miss the grid.
Well, whatever we are, he was the defender earlier on.
Well, in that case, you can come back to us for dinner. If you can tell a story around the campfire, that'd be great. We don't have enough service out here for Netflix.
So how did you all end up here?
Well, long story. Mostly we're just trying to making our day-by-day living. Over there, he's a candlestick maker. Then was a blacksmith. He's a baker. And And then there's
What's up with him?
just don't ask.
Isn't he?
Yeah, he's Shakespeare. Just ignore him when we sonnets from here on out.
Isn't this the wrong century?
Like I said, just don't ask.
And what about him?
We like him most of the time. Celia wishes he had a healthy obsession, though.
Behold! Oh, the chicken must be clumsy here, eh? 10 chicken portions, deep fried and battered, and 10 different herbs and spices.
10?
I mean, yeah. Yeah, they will probably be added later on. We are in the past, you know.
Exactly. Why do you have a bucket of chicken?
I mean, it's all in the name, right? Fryer. I fry things. Last week it was donuts. Before then, it was tempura. But right now, I'm in my chicken phase.
That's not pretty good.
So, how do you all get by out here? Especially when it comes to fighting chickens.
Well, mostly we spend our days hunting and fishing and sneaking food back to our families in the villages. There's not much else we can do.
It does seem like the rich keep getting richer and the poor get poorer the more we look at it.
Oh, and everyone gets deep fried, delicious treats.
The way I see it, there should be a redistribution of wealth.
Oh, you know what I think he's saying, guys? I think Robin's saying we should steal from the rich and give to the poor.
That's not exactly what I meant.
You got them, right? You got them.
Where do we want them?
Well, from where I'm standing. Maybe a leader. Look how they hang from your every word.
They do seem eager for a leader. But what can I do?
What the boy said. Redistribution. It'll be fun. Go on. Give them a speech.
Friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your ears.
We ain't Romans, are we?
Everything wrong with my ears.
Oh, can you repeat that, Charles? I would very much like to write that down.
If I'm going to give one piece of advice, keep it short, sharp, and to the point. These lot aren't the brains, and that won't steal anything you say. Go get it, Bargain.
Right, I'll keep that in mind. Just like the lad said, we need to steal from the rich and give to the poor. The sheriff is taking so much from you. We need to hit him where it hurts. Not there, no! Hit him in the wallet. Hit him in the wallet.
Let me at it.
I'll kick him in the wallet. How do we do that?
We will intercept the rich as they go through the forest of Nottingham Castle.
But the richies go by the main road. That's much nicer, right?
They will have to divot through the forest as we fall a tree across the main line, so we can set a trap on them all.
That's brilliant. You lot off to the main line. Fell trees everywhere.
You lot! You move in and now chopping my family!
So unbelievably rude!
You said that. Okay. Just don't disrespect the environment. Chop a few trees strategically and safely. Is that alright?
Much better.
Right, you lot will put a trap on the Sherwood line. We'll intercept the richies as they come on through. They'll never know what hit them.
It'll be us doing the hitting, won't
You
it?
know what I mean. We'll go with them and take Shakespeare with you, will you? If I hear nothing Roman couplet today, I might just lose it. Stunning. Absolutely stunning. Talk about workmanship and teamwork.
Never said it will work.
I don't think we'll have to wait much longer. Hear the hoofsteps in the distance? Right, high quick, and on my mark, jump out in surprise.
What's your mark?
Not quite sure yet, but you'll know it. Just chill, and you'll hear it.
Ladies, this way. We're in no time. We save us house and Nottingham Castle.
We've made so many wrong turns already. I do wish you could stop and ask for directions.
There has not ever been fast directions in the forest. The last person you asked more confusing than ever.
I do suppose that declaring east and dewy it being the sun was useless.
rich and giving to the poor.
And I suppose you are the poor?
Yes, but that's not the intent. I mean people from the forest, would you mind stepping out? Not like that. Nicely. I'm trying to explain our social position.
Social position?
It's a little complicated.
I was a nobleman with a castle and everything. Then the ruthless sheriff of Nottingham took everything for back taxes.
We all pay taxes.
Yeah, but he's taxing us all the time.
Some of the rumors they're sending the money away to overthrow the government.
The king? Why, he's my cousin.
So smart bit there. I fear you've shown your hand of what?
We are on our way to see my other cousin, the Sheriff of Nottingham.
How can everyone's cousins?
But if I were to look over this way, you Gully and you the patient, you know what's good for you. Oh no, I appear to have misplaced all this gold that was going to my cousin. Whatever shall I do if it should be taken by this band of merry men in the forest? This is the part where you take the gold. Have you ever been a successful highwayman before?
Oh, this is indeed our first attempt. I thought we were going to go.
Take this bag and redistribute it better.
Did I hear there was an archery competition at the sheriff's place?
Yes, there is an archery competition for our rival, and the prize.
Is a prize?
Yes. What is this prize?
Why, it is a chest of gold, enough to pay taxes for you and all your families for the whole year.
And you, Robin, should easily win, being the best archer in the world and all that.
Ah, boy, you are correct. I shall enter this competition, win the prize, and we shall all be free of the sheriff forthwith. Huzzah! Woo! Let's go!
Therefore, prepare you. I, your commission to Nottingham, shall forthwith.
What do I say? You say one little drop word and it sets him off.
The danger of our estate may not endure hazard so dangerous as doth only grow out of his lunacy.
Oh, be quiet, you old fool.
I shall call it Hamlet. Yes, Hamlet. Great.
Make way for the great sheriff of Nottingham.
Wait, thank you, Paige, and welcome one and all to the great Sherwood archery competition. Today we celebrate by finding the greatest archer in all the land, and the prize, this fine chest of gold, this glorious wreath to wear, and a kiss from Maid Marian.
I don't remember consenting to this. You have to stop making decisions for women. We can make our own decisions.
Can we probably catch a break? Fine, Marian will or won't kiss the winner on her own terms. And there's a chest of gold. Everyone happy? Good. Let the archery begin.
Archers, get forward! Archers, fire away!
I would appreciate it if you didn't fire at will. Thank
Everyone listen here. Fire at the target. Pew!
The slings and arrows of outrageous fortunes, or to oppose them, oh, the stuff just keeps writing itself.
Somebody shut up. There's nobody else fighting me. I'll do it myself, even if it's just to stop him injuring himself.
Parting as such sweet sorrow, that I shall say good night till it be morrow. My necessaries are embarked. Farewell, adieu. I have too grieved a heart to take a tedious leave.
Just shut up while you're ahead, will you?
Proceeding on to the second round. Robin Hood. Celia. Will Scarlet. And the great Sheriff of Nottingham. Marches again. Fire.
You didn't tell me he was a crack shot.
I didn't know. I haven't young, and we rarely fire arrows at the dinner table.
As you can see, citizens of Nottingham, I, your great sheriff, am indeed the greatest archer in all the land.
Proceeding on to the final round in the running for the wreath, the chest of gold, and maybe a kiss from his cousin, the Sheriff of Nottingham, and Robin Hood. Sheriff, step forward. Sheriff, fire and ready.
Forsooth, Robin Hood shall rest in the stocks.